This episode of Multifamily Collective is brought to you by JMC Multifamily Advisors. Attention, you multifamily suppliers out there. You want to level up your marketing efforts without the hefty price tag? Look no further than JMC Multifamily Advisors. Having worked with Jennifer in the past, she is absolutely incredible. Incredible as it relates to intellect and creativity and passion and charisma. And most important, work product, speed to market. She gets things done quickly and with quality. So if you're looking for some advisement out there in the multifamily space, visit jennifermcarter.com to learn more. Today, I wanted to talk about budgets. I wanted to talk about expenses, especially as it relates to budgets. Given the fact that in 2024, I think that every single GL line item on your P&L is going to be squeezed like it has never been squeezed before. Now, we went through the budgeting process in the fall of 2023 for this calendar year of 2024, but now we're in 2024 and we're actually trying to execute on those budgets that were squeezed in the fall, but they're going to be further squeezed. Like, be under no illusion that just because you put a budget in place, that means you can spend to that dollar amount. If you're not making it on the rev side, you've got to cut expenses or manage expenses more efficiently and effectively in order to hit those budgets. So I wanted to start with some overarching ideas and thoughts. And then over the course of, who knows, we may do 20 to 50 to 100 episodes on budgets and how to save costs or how to manage costs and save money. But I want to start with some overarching themes. And that is, or are, the idea that in the world of contracts, there is something called negotiation. And I think that even intra-contract, meaning you're in a contract today, and that contract doesn't run out until the end of the calendar year, I think it does make sense. And it's not out of the realm of possibility that you could go to a supplier partner and say, hey, look, I need you to come to the table. I need you to help me out. I need us to think about how we can optimize this contract so that I continue to use you. I don't opt to go for some buyout in the contract, but I continue to use you and your services, but I need it at a discounted rate, or I need this lease term to be briefer than it is, or more brief. So intra-contract. So if you think about the marketing world, there are opportunities to go out there, especially on the national basis, and maybe renegotiate contracts mid-contract. Because the alternative is you buy it out at some discount, and or at the end of your calendar year, those supplier partners that didn't come to the table might not be supplier partners that you use on a go forward. Now, you don't want to put people in too tough of a position, but if the reality is you're not going to be able to operate your property, make it profitable, and make it sustain itself over time, then look, no one gets paid, everybody's out, right? So I think it behooves supplier partners to come to the table. So that is one overarching thought that I would put out there. The other is, we're going to start to get into some specific line items, but look at those existing contracts that you have and get out there into the marketplace and do some compare and contrast, right? We'll talk about this in a separate episode, but I'll just use it as an example here. So Staples, if you're thinking about office supplies and you're in a contract with Staples and you've looked at all of the costs across your enterprise as it relates to pens, pencils, paper, etc., and you could go to Amazon Business and get a compare and contrast on the same items or like kind items. And at the end of the day, if Amazon Business is going to yield you a pretty good margin as it relates to reduced expenses, you could go to Staples and say, hey, here's what it is. We're going to save 20% across the board. We're going to save 30%. We're going to save whatever it is. And use that as a bargaining chip to get your Staples or office supply costs reduced. We're going to talk about some other creative ideas as it relates to office supplies as just one line item. We might go through hundreds of line items if this has any kind of popularity or attraction to it. So anyway, I'm going to stop there because we're approaching 5 minutes, and I try to keep these things shorter than 3 minutes. But look forward to some more budget cost savings episodes in the future. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.